Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Boogeydown. To our first episode of Trumps in the Bronx. Trumps in the Bronx. I decided to do this because I wanted to see what life would be like if the Trumps actually lived in the Bronx. Different lifestyle from what they've experienced their whole lives. So let's see what kind of lessons they would learn living in the Bronx. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. Allow me to. I'm asking your permission to bring messages to your children. Angels, I've made you the producers. The angels are going to be the producers on our episodes of Trumps in the Bronx. They're going to be our producers and our writers. Show us the storyline. Show us the storyline if the Trumps lived in the Bronx. This is their first day in the Bronx. Show us what life would be like for the Trumps in the Bronx. Thank you, angels. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the mixed emotions, but this deck is shuffled already. So show us what they're feeling. Their first day in the Bronx. Life in the Bronx for the Trumps. Show us what their first day is like living in the Bronx. No butlers, no diamonds, no pearls, no furs, no staff. Show us what they're feeling. And then we'll do it at the end as well. Exhausted? Oh yeah, this is a life where you're going to have to work for what you want. You're going to have to work for what you want. You're going to have to get up, go to your job, get a lunch break, maybe a 10-minute break here and there. And then you're going to come home. Nobody's going to serve you food. Nobody's going to dress you in the finest threads. Nothing like that. I got the excited card, but this card also means for me not necessarily elated and thrilled and enthusiastic, but nervous. Looking over your shoulder. Is anybody watching me? Do they know who I am? Do they know who I am? Oh, poor babies. The Trumps feel discouraged their first day in the Bronx. So discouraging, dispirited, disheartened, deterred. Where did things go wrong? From a penthouse on Park Avenue to a bachelor in the Boogeydown. All right. Well, this we already knew. Whether they were living on Park Avenue or in the Bronx, they are inadequate, and specifically Donald Trump is inadequate. Worthless, incompetent, and ill-equipped. Aw, but maybe this is little Baron. Baron feels fine. He just goes with the flow. He's reassured, consoled, and nourished. He has food on the table. He's still got his parents, and he just kind of goes with the flow. They're going to have to learn to trust one another. They're going to have to learn to trust one another and rely on one another. Can't be none of that cutthroat stuff. Reliant, dependent, and believing. It also could be believing, if I just wish hard enough, If I click my heels 3 times, if I click my Gucci's 3 times, I'll be back on Park Avenue. Lies and fairy tales. Oh, we're just visiting. Jared and Ivanka are thinking about buying this building. That's why we're staying here. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. That's why we're staying here. We're not going to be here that long, you know. We're going to go back to Park Avenue. Ooh, jealous. Watching all their rich friends living the high life on Park Avenue while they're looking out from their window in the Bronx, looking at the graffiti and the spray paint on the buildings, broken glass, all of that stuff. It's a whole different life. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Disappointed, disillusioned, defeated, let down. So sad. How could this have been? To go from Park Avenue to the White House to the Boogeydown? So disappointed in life and what it's providing, the hand they've been dealt. They just can't deal with it. Oh, poor Trumps in the Bronx. All right, let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. No longer have control. They no longer have control over others. They no longer have control over um, their lives, because like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the life that they've been condemned to. No prison, just a life and a lifestyle that would make them walk in somebody else's shoes, a hardworking person trying to provide for their family and trying to put food on the table. Now the tables are turned and they no longer have control. They have no choice but to live out the life and the hand that they've been dealt. Yeah, well, the fool makes his way back into the readings. The fool makes his way back into the readings, always devising a plan in his head. I'm talking about 45, always devising a plan in his head where he's trying to create a scheme where he can get ahead, even if it means stepping on people, stepping over people, whatever he has to do to get back to the top. Y'all see the smartest person in this card is the dog. Not content. They're not content. Why? No more diamonds and pearls and furs and butlers and being able to abuse people. None of that's going down. Try to abuse somebody in the Boogeydown. I don't think it's going to go the way you think. They're not content with their new lifestyle. In the past, there was so much power. They were so powerful. But that's all in the past now. That's all in the past. We got the priest card. The priest card sitting on top of the reed. This is structure. This is structure. And they probably need to get religion. They probably need to get religion. Okay? Ooh, we got the death card in the future. We got the death card in the future position. Now, the death card in reverse. The death card in reverse. Let me just see. Let's just see what the death card in reverse means in this deck. The ending of something, which we already know, usually followed by loss. There is loss. They've lost everything. They had to move from Park Avenue to the Boogeydown Bronx. Loss of a life is possible, but more likely the loss of a behavior pattern. That's right. The whole point of them moving and being punished to live in the Boogeydown is to change their behavior pattern. To change their behavior pattern. Okay? Transformation. This is going to force them to change. It's going to force them to change. It's going to force them to be reconnected with their emotions, being more nurturing. They're going to have to reconnect with their humanity. They're going to have to reconnect with their humanity. The hopes and fears position is instability. And this is a fear. The instability, emotional instability. Oh my God, what happened? We've lost everything. This is, yeah, all of that stuff. Instability of home, instability of putting food on the table, clothes on your back, all of that stuff. They got to experience it. And the final outcome is the Valor card in reverse. I think I'm hearing ego with this, putting away the ego and having to learn to be humble and to live humbly. Okay? All right, so I want to see at the end of the day, at the end of the first day in the Bronx, how is the Trump family feeling? At the end of the day, how is the Trump family feeling? What lessons did they learn? How's the Trump family feeling at the end of their first day in the Bronx? Let's see. They're starting to learn compassion at the end of their first day in the Bronx. All right, well, that's a step in the right direction. That's a step in the right direction. All right. As long as they don't harm the bird and keep it compassionate, it's a step in the right direction. All right, you guys, have a good day.